Michelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so for today's video, we are going to be having a knit and chat. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into what I will be working on today. So I am working on my fourth Sophie shawl. And I haven't showed you all Sophie Scarf number 3 because it is wet blocking right now. But I will be showing you all that scarf in an upcoming video. So this is the scarf that I'm currently working on now. And this beautiful yarn is by Oat Knit Yarn. And it is in the colorway Gray Bonfire. And this is a DK weight yarn. Not sure if she's dyeing this colorway anymore, but I do know that it's 218 yards, and I am making the small. Yeah, I think I'm making the small size scarf. So you really, need about 50, 60 grams or so. So I am really enjoying this. And I am using a US 4 3.5 millimeter knitting needle. So yeah, this is what I'm working on, and I've actually used this yarn before. So for some of my longtime viewers, you all may recognize this yarn because several years ago, and I don't even remember how many years ago, I made the Ingot Cowl. And if you're interested in this cowl, then I will leave a link below. What's great about this is not only is it a cowl, but it also goes over your shoulders, so it's really nice. And so once again, this is the Ingot Cowl. So that's that. It's so nice, and it's held up really, really well. Yeah, love it. Okay, so for today's topic, we are going to be talking or discussing rather some knitting related, yarn polls related that I pulled from my YouTube community tab. So many of you wonderful folks have went to my community tab and answered questions and answered the polls and left comments, and I just appreciate that so much. So today I just wanted to take some time to highlight some of those questions. Polls and results, YouTube so graciously, so kindly reminded me that, and I have my notes, that 72.8% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, and thank you so very much to the 27.2 of you who have actually subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate that, but about 73% of you out there have not subscribed. So if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. All right, so on to the first poll. The question is, what is your favorite knitting needle brand? So I had 19 wonderful folks answer this question or participate in the poll, and I'm going to go ahead and answer these myself. So for me, my favorite brand of knitting needles are Chalgu. And so when I saw the poll results, I was so happy. But it was very interesting though. So out of the 19 votes, 74% of you, well, 74% out of the 19 votes chose Chalgu as their favorite knitting brand. That's so cool. 11% said Knitter's Pride, 5% said Haya Haya, 5% more said the Addies, and 5% more said the Licka needles. So I haven't tried the Licka needles yet. I think I've tried all of the other brands, and all of those needle brands are excellent. I have some single needles. I don't have any other interchangeables other than Chalgu. And that's actually what I'm using with my scarf, are my chagu needles. But what was interesting is that I did also get a comment that knit pick needles are great as well. And so I did go on the Knit Picks website, and yeah, those knitting needles are beautiful. I am actually looking for a wooden set, a wooden interchangeable set, because I feel like some of the more slippery yarns will do better with a wooden needle. So I am on the hunt for a good wooden set of needles. I did ask you all on Instagram and Facebook, and I got a lot of excellent answers. But if you would like to recommend some wooden knitting needles, say that 10 times, if you all know of a good interchangeable set, let me know in the comment section below. All right, moving on. So, poll number 2 is, I simply asked, do you knit? And I had 52 wonderful people respond to this poll. And the results are 71% out of 52 votes said, yes, I knit. 15% said, no, I do not knit. However, I want to learn how to knit. And 13% of that 52 people said, no, I do not knit. I do not want to learn how to knit. That's hilarious. I appreciate people's honesty. 13% said that, look, I don't knit and I have no interest in knitting. And you know what? That is fine. For the longest time, I was a crocheter, and I felt the same way. Like, I had no interest in knitting. I was a crocheter for life, and I'm still a crocheter, but I did pick up knitting. So I totally understand where the 13% is coming from. But you know, the 71% is a lot higher of a number than I thought I was going to get, because I know a lot of you love crochet, which is amazing. Okay, moving on to poll number 3. What is your favorite weight of yarn? So I had 20 votes on this one, and the results are 30% said fingering or sock, 0% said sport, very interesting, 25% said DK, 30% said worsted, and 15% said bulky/chunky. So this one was all over the place. And I must say that I wasn't entirely surprised that sport weight didn't get any votes, simply because sport weight to me is just one of those yarns. I personally like sport weight because I'm not really a big fan of using like the thinner weight yarns like lace weight, fingering, and sock. And so I kind of feel like sport weight is just that perfect medium between like the fingering and the DK. However, I have noticed that not a lot of patterns write for sport weight yarn. Now there are some out there, but it's more popular to have fingering weight or DK weight, especially nowadays, lace weight with the mohair paired with something else. And so sport weight just, you know, isn't as popular, just isn't one of the most popular weights, which is a shame because, you know, I really do like that weight. But of course, many of you know that my favorite yarn weight is worsted. I love worsted weight. It's fantastic. I just enjoy it so much. Okay, moving on to poll number 4. So this one was open to crocheters and knitters, and I asked, do you block your crochet or knitting projects? And I had 38 votes on this one, and 68% of you said, yes, of course, and 32% of you said, no way, I do not block any of my crochet or knitting projects. So for me, this is one of those things where it kind of depends on the project. Like, for example, I just finished a hat and I tried it on, and it fit perfectly. And I did not want to mess with the sizing at all. I was like, okay, this is good as is, and so I kept it. But then like sometimes I have made scarves and it was just like a little too tight around my neck, so then I'll block it, and then after I finish blocking it, it just lays so well. And so blocking is great. It really helps to stretch out those stitches, especially if you're doing like some really nice sort of lace work. So it really helps to relax the stitches. I personally love blocking, but it depends on the project. I do not block every single project. Yeah. All right, so moving on to poll number 5. Okay, what is your biggest crochet or knitting fear? I loved this question, and apparently so did you all, because I had 59 votes for this one. So let me read you all the results. This is probably one of my favorite questions. 17% said dropping a stitch. I agree with you on that one. 2% said yarn splitting or breaking. 34% of you said losing yarn chicken or running out of yarn. Yes, been there, done that. 12% of you said reading a pattern wrong. Yeah, I've definitely done that a couple of times or so. Having to frog a project / ripping out a project. 36% of the vote said that, and that was the winner of this question. So the biggest crochet or knitting yarn fear that most of you all had was having to frog or rip a project. So let me know what your answer would have been. In fact, it would be even better if you went to my community tab and did the survey, because the survey is still up. So I would love to know what you all think, or you can just let me know in the comment section below. Out of all of these, for me, since I crochet and knit, it depends on the craft that I'm doing. Because when it comes to crochet, like fixing stitches, it's so easy, you know? You really don't drop a stitch per se. So in the event that you do a stitch wrong, crochet is just so easy to fix. Whereas knitting, oh my gosh, I have to use a crochet hook to pick up my drop stitches. So drop stitches is really high up there. Yarn splitting or breaking, that's more so annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. You can easily just, you know, bind the yarn back together through a knot, or by rolling it back together, you know. Just depending on the fiber, there's different ways to rejoin the yarn. Losing yarn chicken, running out of yarn. That is a big one. That's another one that's just annoying. Yeah, I think it's really important to make sure you have enough before you start, but sometimes it's just hard to tell. And especially like crocheting uses a completely different amount of yarn than knitting. That is for sure. So depending on the craft, you need to make sure you have enough yarn. Reading a pattern wrong. That was a tough one for me if I've gotten really far in the project and then I realized I messed up. Yeah. And having to frog a project. I haven't had to rip out a lot of projects, but well, you know, I take it back. So I had crocheted this cardigan one time, and I had done the front and back panels, the back. I think I had maybe done at least one sleeve, and it just was not fitting right. No matter what I did, it just did not fit right. And unfortunately, I had to frog it. It hurt a little bit because I had done so much work, but in the end, it just would not have fit correctly. So I definitely made the right decision. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, I just enjoy reading these answers and the results of these polls so much. to some more yarn goodness. So I do want to share with you all my KnitCrate box for September? Yeah, October? No, oh goodness. Let me open the box to see which month this is. It has October on the box, so we're gonna go with that. So I've already opened this. And so let me show you all what's inside. So this is what's inside. It's a beautiful light color, lavender color. And let's see here. The theme is called Pop Dreams. The music is thumping, the lights are flashing, and you're ready to dance all night long. Well, it is a beautiful color, but it's alpaca. KnitCrate and alpaca. They are like two peas in a pod. Yes, indeed. But I'm going to go ahead and show you all anyway. So the colorway is called Coquette. This is it. And it is 65% superwash merino, 35% Surrey alpaca, and it is a worsted weight yarn. Ugh, I just finished saying that I love worsted weight yarn. And what's so frustrating about it is my skin does not do well with alpaca, so I can't even enjoy this. Ugh. Anyway, it's 225 yards, 205 meters, 100 grams. And I do have two of these. And let's see, this is the Knitology base, Knitology swirl base. And I do have two of these. So what I do like is the freebie that I got this month. And it is soak. And it's scentless, which I like. It's good for your sensitive side, it says. And this is great. My friend Marquita already gave me another one of these, so now I have two. So I'm really excited. I feel like I could really wash a pretty large garment now that I have two of these. So that's cool. I will definitely be keeping this, but this yarn right here, y'all, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so that's that. All right, I'm running out of room already. Okie dokie. So, if you would like to try KnitCrate, you can use my coupon code Queen20, and you can use that when, or if you make an order for KnitCrate. Yeah. All right. So, moving on. I have quite a bit of new stuff. Okay, so I don't even know where to begin. I think I will start with the new yarn that I got. So I went to Freeman Creative, which is, I guess you could say, a local yarn store for me. It's in Durham, North Carolina. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, but to me, it's totally worth the drive. And the owner's name there is Amelia. I think I had pronounced it. I was joking with her. I said I spoke about you on my channel. And I said your name like the French Amelie. But she told me that it is Amelia. But anyway, so I bought some more of this Malabrigo Chunky. And it is in the Marine colorway. So I already have 6 skeins of this, and I needed some more because I want to make the winter crop by Jessie Made Designs. And yeah, so that's what I want to make. I'm a little nervous about that pattern because I do believe that it calls for German short rows, I think. So yeah, I'm going to make this. Excited about it, and I hope to get started on it soon because I have a ton more projects to make. And I also picked up this squishy goodness. This is Cascade Yarn 220 Superwash on the wave base. This yarn is so squishy. When I went into the yarn store, I only planned to buy the Malabrigo Chunky. But when I saw this and when I squished it, it had to come with me. So, let's see. This is 100% superwash wool, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 220 yards, 200 meters. And of course, when I go into a yarn shop, when I do buy yarn, I try to have a project in mind. And so I had already picked out some yarn to make some knitted hats. But when I saw this one, I changed my mind and I said, I am going to make a hat out of this. And so the hats that I am considering making is the 2x2 hat, and that is by Anne Garnon. I probably butchered that name and I'm so sorry. But it is the 2x2 hat by Anne Gadnon, or the Hipster Hat by Petite Wool. Petite Wool, oh my goodness. Petite Knit. I'm holding wool in my hand. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking about making one of those hats. It's so squishy. I love it. So yeah, it is beautiful. And of course, you all know I love purple. Gorgeous. I'm not sure if this is going to stripe up or not. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it, you know, it could stripe up on me, which is totally fine. So that's that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to share is I got some stickers, and this is totally knitted related because I do believe there's some knitty stickers in here. I got a lot, so I've kind of forgotten what I bought. But anyway, this is from the Fiber Tree. Love it. And the Fiber Tree is owned by my friend Trish. And you can find her at Tie-Dye Diva. Yeah, so Tie-Dye Diva is her YouTube channel, but the name of the company is called the Fiber Tree. And you can check, you can check the Fiber Tree out on Instagram. But I love the packaging. Look at that. It's got like some cute washi tape. I hope you all can see that. But anyway, if you can't, there's some really pretty washi tape on it that looks like a measuring tape. That's so pretty. All right, let's see. Okay, so the first goodie I noticed is there's some black tea, apple and cranberry. Yes, I'm gonna have to enjoy that a little bit later. Also, there's some cute washi tape in there as well. And Trish is really good at doing journaling. And these are all little things that you can use to work in your journal. All right, on to the stickers. Okay, I told you I got a lot. Oops. Okay, I do believe that is all of them. So most of these stickers that I got are just really like uplifting stickers because I do journal, but I am trying to work on my overall wellness as well, and taking care of that is so important. And so, I got these stickers. Some of these have really nice positive affirmations on them. Trying to see. I got a lot. This is crazy. But the one that I wanted to share with you all is this one here. I think you all can see that pretty well. But anyway, it has the cutest little quotes on it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stickers on this sheet. And it says, "The craft room is my happy place." Yes, it is. This room is my happy place. Crafting my stress away. Yes. Crafting and coffee. Oh yeah. Every morning before work, I am knitting or crocheting with my coffee. Crafting is cheaper than therapy. Amen to that. And it says, creative people are seldom neat. That is true. If you look at this craft room, yeah, you can tell I'm a creative person because this room is rarely ever neat. Like, there's yarn everywhere, okay? But anyway, I just got so many of these. But one I wanted to show you was, look at this, y'all. This is just beautiful. I love, it's like, I could see myself in these stickers. That's for sure. Especially that one. And her stickers are amazing. They come in different skin tones. And so it's wonderful. I'm not sponsored at all. I'm just a huge fan of her work. And I wanted to share that with you all because if you go on her website, there's knitting stickers on there. There's crafting stickers on there. And there's other stuff other than stickers. There's like, it's all kinds of stuff. You just have to go check it out yourself. Yeah. All kinds of goodness on there. Okay, so this next thing that I bought is hilarious. So I bought a neck light. Yes, indeed. I finally buckled down and bought a neck light because it's just getting, you know, darker earlier and I needed a light. So I don't think you all can see it very well here, but it's very lightweight. And it has 3 different modes on it. I don't want to blind anybody, so let me not shine that in the lens. But yeah, so I think you all can see that. But it has like different colors. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's showing it really well. But it is great. And it is super lightweight. And it has been so useful when I am knitting or crocheting in dark areas or maybe, you know, not the best well-lit areas. So also here we don't really use the overhead lights a whole lot. We kind of like lamps and things like that. So this has come in handy. So this was fun. This was fun. I just enjoy doing these videos so much. I actually have YouTube ideas that I have already lined up through January of next year. There's just so many things that I want to talk about and so many things that I want to post and upload. And so I have a whole list of things that I want to talk about on this channel, like I said, well into the next year. So that is so much fun. All right, so I have links in the description box below to all my favorite crochet and knitting tools, and as well as the filming equipment that I used. Yeah, if you want to find me on social media, I am QueensYarnBoutique. And I do encourage you to check out my YouTube community tab. As you all saw, I do post a lot of fun questions there and I love reading your answers. And if you would like to support my channel, there are links below. Let's see what else. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And to continue watching, you can just simply click on the next screen for more videos. Until next time. Bye.